Hey everyone, welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Letty. Jack's over there behind the camera.
Hey everybody.
And today we are going to be making potato and leek soup, which is so good whenever it gets to like cold outside. And without anything else, let's get into it. Okay, so today's ingredients are leeks, channel your inner Hatsune Miku, celery, and salt, pepper, bay leaves, thyme, russet potatoes, and chicken stock. If you can, there we go. Got it on camera. Okay, so we're gonna peel our potatoes just because personal preference. I don't like skins in it, but I mean, you can leave yours on if you want. But like I said, all matter of personal preference. We'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cut up our leeks. Cut about pretty much just the white off, and then go ahead and cut off the tentacles. That's what I'm gonna call them. They look like it. Looks like some freaking H.P. Lovecraft shit. Get those set up and go ahead and slice them down a little. Because remember, after this, they're gonna end up just, what's the word? Yeah, well, boiling them. Yeah, doesn't matter how pretty they look going in. And then we're gonna cut up our celery, and let's split it. It's probably not gonna be very straight. Nope, it's not gonna be straight at all. Oh well. And then very loud on camera, I'm sure. All right, so now we're gonna move our pre-cut ingredients into the bowl. Gonna have our potatoes, our celery, our leeks. We're gonna add in 1 basil leaf. Please keep track of this. This is gonna need to come out. A teaspoon of thyme and 4 cups of chicken stock. And we're gonna set it to a medium heat and let that go until it starts to boil and the potatoes soften up, and we'll bring it back afterwards. Do be sure to stir it occasionally. Okay, so now that we've let that sit for about 15 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and check our potatoes. And seems like they've softened up pretty nice. Okay. So, like I said earlier, don't forget to take the bay leaf out. Yes, I said basil leaf earlier. That was, yeah. Okay. Now we're gonna turn the stove off and take this over to the blender. Okay, so here we have the blender set up. Before I go ahead, my dumb ass forgot to say that we are going to be needing heavy whipped cream, or whipping cream, for the step just after this one. So we went ahead and let it cool down a little, but we're gonna try and put some of this broth and potatoes. Okay, I gotta stop on that for a second. This is gonna take a second because I want to make sure I don't burn myself. Alright, now that we got half of the mixture in here, I couldn't put too much, otherwise it would be too much. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and put the lid on here. If it's gonna let me. Okay, there we go. And leave that spout open. And you're gonna wanna go ahead and probably cover whatever opening you have just to make sure it doesn't end up spitting juice at you. And that's gonna get everywhere. Be prepared for a mess with this stuff. Okay, and then we're gonna pour that into a saucepan we had set aside. and do the second batch, and we'll be right back. Okay, now that we got that into the pot, we're gonna go ahead and use the heavy whipping cream and use 1.5 cups. Oh, probably should open that first. Now we're gonna go ahead and stir it and set it to a low heat. All right, so we're gonna let this cream and soup simmer for about 20 minutes, and we'll watch as it starts to get a little thicker, but we'll bring you back when it's done. Okay, so it's been 20 minutes, and it looks like it's thickened up pretty nicely. Now all that's left is to get this plated, put a couple of little garnishes on it, and we're good to go. So, before I start, my husband tends to think that it's a good thing to taste test with each episode. Kind of has me thinking, what are we gonna do if something tastes like really bad or something? Are we just gonna like immediately cut and just be like, oh god, this is fucking horrible. Scrap the whole episode, just scrap the whole goddamn episode. Cause I can kind of see that, but anyways, let's try this soup. That's good.
It's good?
That's very good.
Sure it's not like horrible and you're just hiding it?
It's not your cooking, so no.
Hey, the cooking's awesome. You loved that pasta I made the other day.
You know what?
You know it's true.
I am gonna argue with that. So, that was potato and leek soup. Thank you for coming and visiting with us today and tuning in. Now, you can find us on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen, on Instagram at Living Between, YouTube here every Tuesday, Friday, and on Pinterest now. That's a new thing. So, thank you for watching. Bye.